Hi everyone, and welcome back to HisHeartForUs. Okay, so my previous video I did talk about me being in Scarborough for a few days, and that God gave me some beautiful words on the beach 2 days ago. So this word will be about that. Yeah, if you haven't watched my previous video, it's called Here I Am, Sent Me. Please go have a look at that video. I'm just telling a little bit more there about my YouTube channel and why, how I got into doing this, and how God leads me to this and why I'm doing it. And yeah, so please go check out that video. I just also want to remind you that now that YouTube has brought out a thing where you can choose your own handle, so it's much easier to find our YouTube channels. So my handle is called YouTube at HisHeartForUs, so it's much easier if you want to share it with your friends and you just want to tell them about it. You're welcome. And yeah, okay. So let me jump into the word. So 2 days ago, the morning, made myself some coffee here in the cottage, and I just felt God telling me, just put on your swim costume and just go. Let's just go to the beach. Take your coffee with you. Let's just go to the beach. And the wind was blowing, but it was so beautiful. And then one of my old neighbors here, he has a dog called Natty, and she ran with me to the beach. It was so wonderful because when I used to live here, she would always run with me to the beach. It was wonderful. Yeah, it was just such a blessing to just have that again. But I'll tell you later why in this video why I mention Natty. That's her name, Natty. And yeah, so okay, so I go down to the beach and I walk the beach, and this on the one side of the beach there is like a lot of big rocks, and I like to go walk there and climb on the rocks. And then there's this huge flat rock. It's big, it's very big and flat, and it's beautiful. What a beautiful view over Scarborough Beach and the ocean, and I really enjoy sitting there. And so I went there, and I went and sat there, and Natty was lying there on the rock with me, and I was just praying to God and spending time with Him. There are, things on my mind, like I would like to move back to Scarborough. I've been feeling led that God is telling me that it's time to move back here, but we'll see what happens. God will open the doors for me if I have to come back here, back from Simonstown. I'm starting to feel like my time might be up there, but we'll see what God does. Like I'm praying and asking, Lord, surprise me, do whatever you please. I surrender. Anyway, so I was sitting there on the rock, and I was just talking to God and worshiping Him, and it was beautiful. The ocean, the wind, the sun, so beautiful. And the next moment He starts speaking to me, and He's talking to me about Him being the rock, and how we must build our lives, our house, which is our lives, on His foundation, on His word, on His life, on Him as the rock. So now I'm sitting on this rock, and He's speaking to me about this, and it is just so beautiful. And I'm going to quickly read the scriptures that He's given me, and then I'm just going to tell you the word that He gave me. And I've also got something beautiful that He told me after that, but that's going to wait for like a few minutes. Let me read the scriptures for you. So He gave me Luke 6, verse 46 to 49, and I'm going to read that. It's called The Two Foundations, and we all know the story, but I'm just going to have to read this to you. Why do you call me Lord, Lord, and don't do the things I say? I will show you what someone is like who comes to me, hears my words, and acts on them. He is like a man building a house who dug deep and laid a foundation on the rock. When the flood came, the river crashed against that house and couldn't shake it, because it was well built. But the one who hears and does not act like a man who built a house on the ground. No, but the one who hears and does not act is like a man who built a house on the ground without a foundation. The river crashed against it, and immediately it collapsed, and the destruction of that house was great. Then the other scripture is Amos 9 verse 9. For behold, I am commanding, and I will shake the house of Israel among all nations, as grain is shaken in a sieve, but not a kernel will fall to the ground. And then the other scripture is Hebrews 12 verse 26 to 27. Hebrews 12, 26 to 27. His voice shook the earth at that time, but now he has promised, yet once more I will shake not only the earth, but also heaven. Now this expression, yet once more, indicates the removal of what can be shaken, that is created things, so that what is not shaken might remain. Such beautiful scripture. So, yeah. So, while I was sitting on the rock, God said to me that He reminded me that if you build your house on this rock, on this foundation, me, on Jesus, then you cannot be shaken. And then God says to me, but I'm the one who shake things, and sometimes I even shake you. So while you have built your house, and you're still building your house on me, and laying your foundations on me, I'm still going to shake you. So do not be afraid. I'm still going to shake you. But why does He shake us? And He told me why He shakes us, because now the word of God is like, we will not be shaken. But as we read in Amos 9 verse 9, that God does do a shaking even to His own people Israel, and that is to get rid of the things that shouldn't be there. So sometimes God will come and He will shake our lives, He will shake the foundations of our lives, but we will not collapse, because we are building on Him. But it is to say, what He said to me is to, so that we can see where there's cracks in the foundation, where there's little things that needs fixing, because we can build and sometimes there's cracks, sometimes we do things a little bit not right. So then He comes and He shakes so that we can get rid of those things. And the cracks is like, the things in our lives that shouldn't be there, whether it is sin, whether it is certain relationships, whether it is a job, whatever it is in your life that God doesn't want, to be in your life. So if you build your house on Him, He's going to make sure that you're going to get rid of the things that shouldn't be there. So He says He's going to sometimes shake us, and but it's only to see where the little cracks are, so we can fix the cracks. Isn't God beautiful? Wow, He's so amazing. So I just want to encourage you with this word. Sometimes we feel we are being shaken, and we cry to God and we say, God, why is this happening to me? Why is this happening? I trust you, I believe in you. Why is this happening? But He's just coming to say, I have to do that. I have to do that so we can have a solid house. I have to do that so we can see where the little cracks are, that we can fix it before the house is even built. Okay, and so God is just so amazing. And I was just sitting there worshiping Him, because what beautiful wisdom, what revelation. He's just so amazing. And so while I was worshiping Him, and this is how God is, He's so beautiful. He will just sometimes add a little something, mix a little something extra to this already beautiful word. And so I pray to God and I ask him, where is this, the promises that you've given, like me, there are some promises that, I've spoken in my previous videos before, that I'm waiting on God for. And one of these promises is that he's going to bring me my husband. He's choosing my husband, because I said to the Lord also, like, you choose my husband for me, because I want him, I want his perfect will to take place in my life, and I know that he knows who's the right person for me, and that I will be the right person for my spouse. And so while I was worshiping him, after he gave me that beautiful word, he just comes and he says to me, I am sending him. I am sending him to you. He's coming. He's on his way. He's on his way. That spouse is on his way. And then he says to me, he will be like you. He will be like you. He has also been building his house on the rock, on me, on Jesus Christ. He's also been building it, and yes, indeed, I've also been shaking him to make sure that we can fix those little cracks. And then God said to me, and he will also, just like you, but you two together will build your house eventually together on the rock, and you will worship me. He said to me, first God said to me, he will worship, he the husband that God has me, already worships him on the rock in truth and in spirit, just like I am doing right now, sitting on that rock down at the beach. And God, and like what I just feel like God is saying, like, together there will be a day that you will be together on the rock, Jesus, worshiping me in truth and in spirit. And so I just want to encourage you, for anybody out there that is listening to this and you are waiting on God for that spouse, know that he is sending that person. If you've asked him and he's spoken to you about it, he is sending that person. He is sending that person, because it's all going to be for the glory of God. And so, oh, God is so beautiful. Oh, and then the other thing God said to me is, like, why I mentioned Natty earlier in the video, is as Natty is lying there, God says to me, remember that first video you brought out here in Scarborough on YouTube called The Gift, and you were talking about Natty? And I'm like, yes, Lord. And he says to me, the husband I'm bringing you is a gift. It's a gift from my heart to you. It's a gift straight out of heaven. And God said to me that it's a gift. It's a gift. So a perfect gift. God only gives good gifts. And so I want to encourage you that if you're waiting on that special person that God is sending for you, just know it's a special gift. And what I just feel like he's saying now as well is that, that a gift is a surprise. So, we're like, Lord, where is it? It's like, it's like when it's your birthday and, like somebody said, like, going to bring you a gift, and you get all excited about it. And you just want to know, you can't wait to know what's in the present. That's the same thing with our spouses. Sometimes it takes a little while, but God really wants to surprise us. It's a beautiful gift, and it's going to come a day that He's going to give that gift to you, and you will be able to see who it is and really get to know that person, and know that that person is a beautiful gift from God to you, and and you will be a gift to that person, because that person is definitely praying for you too. So for God to send you on their way. What else do I want to say? Then on my way back, as I'm walking back, I hear God says this verse, and I'm going to read it to you. And it's Isaiah 60 verse 22. When the time is right, I, the Lord, will make it happen. So just know that when the time is right, when He has prepared you, when He has prepared your spouse, when the time is right, He's going to bring you two together. So Oh, God is beautiful. So yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, that is all for this video. There's another video I'm gonna bring out now. Word that God gave me this morning. It's an encouraging word, so please watch out for my next video. And I just want to say thank you so much for watching, subscribing, liking, and I just want to remind you to also press the bell button to get notified when my next video comes out. And I also want to ask you to please share these videos on your social media platforms, and to get this word out, and to, you know, send it to your friends and your family, anybody, to encourage them. I've mentioned it in my previous video when I'm speaking there about my YouTube channels, that I really want to keep doing this, and I really want to, like, I really feel like God is saying this is now the time to really build more on this YouTube channel, to get his word out. Yeah, and so please share. Like, I would like to get more subscribers and more people watching and listening. Yeah, thank you so much. And yeah, and I will speak to you in the next video again. Thank you so much, and God bless you. Bye.